What's up, YouTube? What's up, Bare Knuckle fans? It's yours truly, the People Champ, Reggie Easy Educated Hands Barnett Jr. Welcome to the first edition of Eaz-E Picks. We're getting ready for BKFC Knucklemania live this weekend, February 5th, from Tampa, Florida. Only available on the Fight TV app and pay-per-view. I'm going to go down the line and give you who I think is going to come out on the upside this weekend by fair judgment. So let's start this off with the undercard. We have Ghazali versus McAllister. With all due respect, McAllister never shows up to fight. You punch him in the face once and he cowers. So if Ghazali can, land a couple good shots in McAllister's face, he's going to do what he always does. You can feel however you want to feel about it. If I offended you, I meant it. The next fight is Chalberg versus Bono. I don't really know too much about either fighter. I did a little research on Chalberg. He's got some experience. He's a pretty tough guy. So for as far as that pick, I'm going to take Chalberg over Bono, and we'll see how that turns out. And then we have Brown versus Zane. Again, another fight that's probably on the undercard that I don't know too much about. And I'm not going to pick. I'm just going to leave that one speculatory, and that's going to be my, open fight. And then we get to the named fighters and to the main card, which I'm super excited about. And the first fight is in my weight class at 135 pounds. We got Jared Grant versus Brandon Lambert. Of course, we know Jared is up newcomer in BKFC at 2-0. Got up off the canvas his last fight to come back and win by TKO. So we know he's got incredible heart. And then we got Brandon Lambert, the gritty veteran Muay Thai, who's coming in to pull the upset. I think this is going to be a good fight. It's going to be a pick-em fight. I really don't want to root against anybody. I want to remain impartial because, of course, I'm trying to watch Mr. Grant grow in the BKFC sport. But I got Brandon Lambert for the upset, so we'll see how it goes. I hope that Jared can, show his growth as a BKFC fighter and come on the upside of that. And then we move on to Travis Thompson versus David Morgan. Oh man, the trash talk behind this fight has been absolutely incredible. If you haven't had a chance, please go back and look at some of the interviews, look at some of the social media posts between David Morgan and Travis Thompson. That in itself is gone from being just a fight to beef. And beef in the bare knuckle squared circle is one of the most exciting things to see. And we know that the animal comes to fight. He knows nothing but to go forward and keep throwing punches, even if you're punching him in the face. I've never seen David Morgan fight before, and I will not root against Travis Thompson. I had the honor of sharing the squared circle with him for my very first time ever. So always, always, always team animal. And David Morgan, we'll see how you deal with the animal. The next fight is Segala versus Starling, female fight. Two very experienced ladies in their own right in their respective sports. And I'm going to pick Starling for this fight. I feel like she's got a little bit more experience. She's got a little bit of more nitty-gritty to her. And we'll see how that turns out. And then we move on to Robert Murrow versus Lorenzo Hunt. And y'all already know, I'm Team Juggernaut. My wife's over here. We Team Juggernaut over here all the way. It does not change. Win, lose, or draw, I'm Team Juggernaut. I stand behind Lorenzo 100%. So I can't wait, to be there cheering for him, rooting him on. So, of course, Robert, I have the utmost respect for you, but you're about to be another dead body on that canvas. Straight up. I can only give it to you, Funky. And then we got Jensen versus Kleckler. Kleckler is a great fighter. He's really nitty-gritty. And Jensen is just a warrior who comes in to just fight. No real skill. He's just coming in there to fight. I'm going to leave this fight open as another pick-up fight, and as an open fight, we'll see who comes out on the upside of that. And then we move on to the main card, our featured fight of the night, Chris Lieben versus Quentin Henry. Oh my goodness, if you talk about two warriors, putting them, if we're talking like Roman times, putting two warriors in a square circle, this is the fight right there. You have Chris Lieben, who is a absolute veteran to all sorts of combat sports. And then you have Quentin Henry, who has been on a rampage, who is a monster, and is looking to rip Chris Lieben's head off and spit down his throat. And we all know that Chris Lieben has announced this will be his last fight. He's on his way out. And we'll see which Lieben we get. The one who is hungry to make a statement at the end of his career, or the one who's just getting in there to give it one last hurrah before he knows he's, on his way out. because either way, Quentin Henry is coming, and we know he's coming. So, but I'm always gonna root for, I guess, the underdog in Lieben, and I'm picking Chris Lieben for this fight. I think he's gonna come out and show us the old crippler one last time and put an ass whooping on Quentin Henry. That's what I'm hoping for. And then we move on to the 135-pound division. Of course, my weight class. Dat be that bitch Gwen versus Johnny Brutal Bedford. The champ knows that I have the utmost respect for him. Dat knows that I have zero respect for him, and it will continue to stay like that. For me, I've been asked many times, who do I want to win this fight? Who would I pick for this fight? Plain and simple, it's the elite boxer versus the real bare knuckle fighter, and we're gonna see, can an elite boxer beat a real bare knuckle fighter? Me personally, I know that's not possible. There's a difference between boxing, there's a difference between fighting, and there's a difference between a bare knuckle fighter. And Johnny is a complete bare knuckle fighter now. Dat has not put in enough time, has not put in enough work, and does not understand this game that well. And that's why I'm going with the champ to retain his belt. And we'll see how it turns out. Either way, for me personally, though, I don't really care who wins. Like I said before in a previous interview, if Johnny wins, I get to run it back, and I will get my redemption. He knows I'm not the same fighter anymore. And if Dat wins, then I just get to beat Dat's ass and take the belts. So it's a win-win for Reggie. I'm just excited to be there and see how it all transpires, and who's going to be holding on and polishing my belts for me for the next 6 months until they recover and I get my title shot. And then we move on to the main event, the long-awaited BKFC debut of Paige Van Zandt against BKFC veteran Britain Hart. And, you know, the back and forth between these two ladies has been comical at times, but stern at some others. I know there are a lot of naysayers against Paige Van Zandt, and there are a lot of naysayers against Bret Hart, and I think that's what makes this fight intriguing, is you really don't know who's going to win between these two women. And me personally, I'm going to stand up for VA as I always do, but I don't think it's going to be the fight that everybody expected it to be. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm excited. I will definitely be in the house to make some noise, to let them know I am there. And the People's Champ is just waiting to claim what's already mine. But there are the Eaz-E Picks. Please make sure you tune in this weekend. Live February 5th, Tampa, Florida. Only available on Fight TV and pay-per-view. BKFC Knucklemania, going to be absolute fireworks. And of course, yours truly, Mr. Educated Hands, will be in the house giving shout-outs. So make sure you hit up my Instagram page. Go give my Facebook fan page a like, and I definitely give you a shout-out when I'm live at the event. Thank you all so much for your support. I'll see y'all at the show.